Hey folks, Simon here. Quick reality check before we dive in. Layla and I are AI avatars, front ends for a very real, very caffeinated human NIO research team hiding behind the curtain. What you're hearing is their work, their numbers, their late night arguments, just coming out of our digital mouths.
So if you're here for NIO stock analysis, technical and fundamental analysis, you're in the right place. We're going to keep it fun, but this is grounded in real data, not meme magic.
All right, hard cut to the headline. NIO just flipped the script. Record quarter, and for the first time in its history, net profit and operating profit in the same shot.
Yeah, this is not participation trophy progress. Q4 deliveries? Roughly 124,807 vehicles. That is a lot of metal and batteries rolling out the door.
Those cars turned into about $4.95 billion of revenue, up around 76% year over year. That's not, we added a new store in the mall growth. That's, we found a whole new mall growth. They swung from a chunky loss to a positive operating profit. For an EV maker that used to bleed cash like it was a hobby, that's a major character development.
And speaking of cash, they're sitting on a strong pile, somewhere around the equivalent of $5.7 billion US dollars. That's not, oh no, can we pay rent money? That's, we might buy the whole building energy.
Plus, guidance that Q1 2026 deliveries could nearly double versus last year. So the message from management is basically, yes, we like this growth thing, we're doing more of it.
You know what NIO feels like right now? That friend who, for years, forgot their wallet at every group dinner. Every time the bill came, they suddenly had to take a very important phone call.
Oh no, I swear, I'll send it on Venmo later. And then later never arrives.
Exactly. And now? That same friend just strolls in, sits down, and casually drops a black card on the table before the appetizers even land. No flex, no speech, just, yeah, I've got it.
That's NIO going from permanent loss machine to, hey, we actually made money. The behavior changed. You can argue about how sustainable it is, but you can't pretend it didn't happen.
And if you appreciate that our humans dug through the earnings to pull out the real beats, record 124K plus deliveries, nearly $5 billion in Q4 revenue, margins improving, first operating profit. Do a tiny thing for them. Tap like, hit subscribe. That's your little digital tip jar for the research team that doesn't get to have sexy avatar voices. Yet.
So let's set the stage that sets up NIO going to $50. What would it take? Right now, NIO trades somewhere in that $5 to $6 range, give or take, with a market cap around $12 to $13 billion. When we say $50, we are not talking about see you next Tuesday. This is a multi-year re-rating idea. New phase of the company, new set of numbers, market slowly changing its mind.
Think of 50 as a three-part magic trick. 1. 3 to 4x revenue growth. 2. Fatter margins. 3. The market finally paying a higher multiple for a business that's actually proven itself.
Let's start with the growth leg. NIO's not just one badge anymore. Over time, you've got 3 brands in play. The core NIO brand, ONVO as the more mass market, and FIREFLY aiming even more affordable.
Layer on new models like the ES9 and the ONVO L80, plus deeper penetration in China and selective overseas markets. You can sketch a path where annual deliveries over years trend toward that million-plus units club.
And million-plus is where the math gets fun. Because at that scale, a couple of levers really start to matter. How much you earn on each car, and how much extra you make after the sale.
That's the margin story. Right now, vehicle margins around 18%. The bull script says that number grinds up toward the 20 to 25% zone over time.
How? Piece by piece. Battery costs easing, supply chain getting more efficient, and NIO's battery swap network and energy services turning into a recurring revenue layer instead of just a big expense line.
It's like owning the coffee shop and then realizing, wait, people come here every day. Maybe we should sell subscriptions to the caffeine. Same coffee, new business model.
And under the hood, literally, you've got NIO's in-house Shenji 5nm smart driving chip. If that works the way the bull case hopes, it can cut third-party chip costs, give them tighter control over software, and support higher average selling prices for more advanced driver assist features.
Better margins on the car, extra money from services, more control of the tech stack. That's how you move from, hey, we scraped out one profitable quarter, to, this is a real, repeatable business.
And once you're there, the multiple conversation changes. A NIO that's consistently profitable, growing, and vertically integrated can make a straight-faced argument for a Tesla-like mid-teens sales multiple.
Combine that with 3 to 4 times revenue growth and better margins, and suddenly a share price north of $50 isn't a fairy tale. It's just aggressive but coherent math.
So the whole bull map, boiled down so you can repeat it to that one friend who only half listens. More cars, fatter margins, higher multiple. That's the spine of the 5 to 50 story.
Now, quick but important reality check. None of this is a promise, it's a scenario. And this is where we do the unsexy but essential part.
We are not financial planners. This is not financial advice. It is not a personalized investment plan for you. We're sharing research and a bullish framework on NIO, but your situation, your risk tolerance, your timeline, all of that is unique. Talk to a qualified professional before making investment decisions.
Translation. Do not look at your broker app tomorrow and say, but Simon told me. No. Talk to a real qualified pro, do your own homework, stress test everything. We are one data point, not your entire universe.
If you want more NIO deep dives, more of the numbers, the narratives, and the occasional black card analogy, hit like, tap subscribe, and ring whatever little notification thing they're using this week. That's how you tell our human team, hey, this was useful, do more. We'll be back with more on NIO and the rest of the EV soap opera. Layla, always a pleasure plotting improbable but possible futures with you.
Likewise, Simon. And to you listening, thanks for letting us in your ears for a few minutes. Stay curious, stay intentional with your money, and we'll see you in the next one.